Welcome to the lecture on hydroforming. Hydroforming comes under the category of rubber forming process along with urine process. In all the forming process described earlier, the dyes were made of metallic materials. But in rubber forming, one part of the dye is made of flexible material, rubber or polyurethane. Usually, it is the female part of the dye which is replaced with a rubber pad. Moving on to the advantages of the rubber forming process. The main advantages are they have low tooling cost, they have high flexibility and ease of operation, they have low dye wear, and they cause no damage to the surface of the sheet, and their capability to perform complex shapes. Moving on to our topic, hydroforming process. Hydroforming process make use of fluid filled ram, so it is also known as fluid forming process. A rubber diaphragm is present in the female part of the dye as shown in green color in the figure. There is also a red colored part which is known as the pressure control valve, which controls the pressure inside the cavity, the pink cavity in which the fluid is filled. There is also a blank and a blank holder and a punch. A blank is placed on the blank holder and the punch presses the blank onto the rubber diaphragm. As shown in the figure A, press closed and hydraulic force applied. In this figure, it is seen that the punch presses the blank against the rubber diaphragm, and the hydraulic force from the fluid acts on the rubber diaphragm, and it delivers it onto the blank, and a deformation is created. As the punch passes and presses more against the rubber diaphragm, the deformation occurs as seen in B. As the deformation is completed, as shown in the figure C, we can remove the part from the die and the required part is ready. To have a better understanding on this hydroforming process, we can look upon to a video. Please listen.
Although fluid forming presses perform the same function as conventional draw presses, they operate in a distinctively different manner. Sheet hydroforming presses use only a male die. The work of a female die to form the blank over the male die is performed by a chamber of pressurized water. By using pressurized water, forming stress is distributed more evenly throughout the part, reducing localized thinning and stress concentrations that can occur with conventional stamping, while allowing for more complex shapes and a deeper draw in a single stroke. Fluid forming is ideal for forming sheet steel as well as lightweight materials such as aluminum.
I hope that all of you understood from the video about the hydroforming process well. Next, we can move upon to the advantages of hydroforming. The main advantages include the process can be controlled throughout the forming cycle. Secondly, it allows the close control of the part drawing. And thirdly, it prevents from wrinkling and tearing of the blank. Also, it allows us to perform deep drawing on the blank, and it can be done at a very high pressures up to 100 megapascal. Off to the last slide. We are here to conclude about our topic. As mentioned earlier, hydroforming is also known as fluid forming process, and hydroforming process are extremely useful in preparing deep drawings at high pressures without wear and tear. It has a very large advantage of performing complex shapes at high pressures. It has also an advantage that it is easy to operate the process and make complex shapes. This is all about hydroforming. Thank you.